They say the best ideas are normally the most obvious, and this dawned on me about a month ago. Guys, why not just because there's so much volume and so much traffic within cryptocurrency and within sports, why not just create the official cryptocurrency of sports, and it's called Atlas or AT for short. And the reason it's called that, I just think it's a cool name, honestly. But I want to explain an actual future ecosystem and kind of talk about why it makes sense to develop an official cryptocurrency of sports that we can get backed hopefully by the NFL, the MLB, the NBA, and actually develop a legitimate ecosystem and its really own platform when it comes to sports. So let's get right into this and see my vision for the next evolution of cryptocurrency and the sports world. It's a new blockchain, but the first thing we've got to do is create Atlas, which I want to be basically the sports equivalent of Bitcoin. Now, one of the big things I want to talk about, guys, right now, when it comes to gambling, you've got all of these sites that are saying, listen, go out, buy BTC, exchange it. They're wanting you to buy Bitcoin, buy cryptocurrency, exchange it, and really get a lower fee. There's an incentive there, but I just don't understand the idea of buying and selling Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not that type of asset. Bitcoin, in my opinion, is right now and will be digital gold. You don't sell gold, for a toothbrush. You don't shiver off a little bit of gold and sell 0.000001 ounces of gold. It's just like you don't sell 0.000125 Bitcoins for like 100. It just doesn't make sense. We need a coin to facilitate it. I think if you're buying Bitcoin, just like if you're buying gold in the real world, it's a multi-year investment. That's what Bitcoin should be. It shouldn't be this thing that facilitates transactions to where you use the USD to buy Bitcoin and then use it to exchange. I think we need something, and you could argue that maybe Ethereum is that, but a lot of these places don't accept Ethereum. Atlas would be accepted everywhere. I would want Atlas on every exchange and really make Atlas become the actual. We don't have a cryptocurrency of sports. There's nothing. There is nothing here. Atlas becomes the official cryptocurrency of sports. Look at the gambling volume per year without even gambling being totally legal, at least online betting. It is absurd. The amount of volume we could get with this coin is ridiculous. So Atlas gets developed before anything else. We're going to get into the actual ecosystem and what the other coins would look like. But it is also very important to me that Atlas is abbreviated AT. I would just want it abbreviated AT, and people could call it AT. It rolls off the tongue really easy to me. And you can see the only true sports cryptocurrency, we don't have one right now. And by the way, that's not Atlas's logo or Atlas's future logo. That's just a random blockchain logo there on the right. And then, guys, when it comes to the actual ecosystem, and I'm going to talk about this in a little bit, what we could see is we could see coins created based on players like LeBron coin or Bron, Brady coin with Tom Brady, even team coins like Buckeye coin with Ohio State or Bama coin, things like that. I'm going to get into the actual use cases of all of these, but they all have massive potential. Of course, it's very important, I would say, the creation of Atlas happens, and then we get the own blockchain to create all these other coins, and I would want it done up really big to where every single day at around noon, you're announcing a new coin, and you make it kind of this big, huge thing. The only kind of question mark I have about some of these potential player coins or team coins, is the volume going to be big enough to support them? That would be my only question. And I think There's a true market when you look at something like the equivalency of investing into a player. What is investing into a young player right now? Well, that means going on eBay and buying up a bunch of rookie cards of a young quarterback like Brock Purdy, like Trevor Lawrence, one of those types. We could actually make that all digital to where you're buying, 20 coins that, of Trevor Lawrence, and you're saying, I'm investing in this right now, and I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be a franchise quarterback, and the hope, if Trevor Lawrence does become a franchise quarterback, it goes up. There's all examples I want to get into. So this is very important. The max supply for every single coin, this is not Atlas. This is all of, I guess, what you would consider, if we're talking about the sports crypto ecosystem, Atlas is the equivalent to BTC. And then all of the other coins are altcoins. So the player coins are altcoins, the team coins are altcoins. Atlas is the equivalent to BTC in this ecosystem. I would want a max supply, and I think I've actually thought this over. I might bring it down to 100 million. 100 million coins for every single player. It is so important. And this is one of the big issues you have with cryptocurrency in general. You've got all of these different supplies with max supplies in terms of coins, which will obviously affect the price of the coin. It's just like if you've got LeBron, a LeBron coin that has a max supply of 100 million versus Brady coin that has a max supply of 10 million. The Brady coin is going to be more expensive because there's less of it. Okay, that completely delegitimizes the overall point of having a kind of a player type coin to invest into. You want them to have the exact same supplies so you can compare them, and it's an easier way to do it. So Atlas is, we're going to get into this right now. You can see except AT or Atlas, and I would want Atlas to have the exact same amount in terms of its max supply as Bitcoin, maybe actually even less. I think I might bring that number down to 20 million. You can see Bitcoin has an absolute max supply of around 21 million coins. I would want Atlas to mirror it or maybe even bring it down to 20 million. Atlas would be the most valuable asset on this on the sports crypto market. Very important, all player coins have the same supply. That is extremely important. So this is a little bit different. I would want a social media platform specifically created for sports, and it's totally customizable only for sports. I think there's a big enough market. You could get enough people to create a platform to where the thing is, this is the thing with Twitter. Now, you can technically do it with Twitter in terms of, going on Twitter and the only accounts that you follow are sports accounts. I guess you could do it, but you're still going to get other things that trend. You're still going to see political crap. What if we created an actual social media and you could also have it intertwined with Atlas to where you could tip other users Atlas, or like whatever your team coin is, something like that, if they have a good take. It's all a community-based thing, but I would want a social media because I think sports is so big, especially the NFL in the United States. Create a customized social media platform, but we're designing the platform to cater to sports fans. We're not creating a social media platform like Twitter and then they insert all this sports crap and scores like that. No, it's already in the database because it's created for sports. And when you go on the platform, I'm kind of thinking of maybe a combination in terms of like Reddit, where they have like the game threads and stuff like that, with Twitter as a way to kind of make a social media platform that would be specific for sports. And it would all be within the realm of cryptocurrency. And there you can see the Atlas network. It would be kind of a blend of Reddit and Twitter because I do like the team aspect of Reddit to where you can go to pages. They have those threads where you can comment live in game. and then also Twitter as well. The first project before any of the player coins or altcoins would be created would be launching Atlas. Of course, it is the ecosystem version of Bitcoin, and being the sports gambling coin to use, so important to get an actual cryptocurrency that is specifically made and designed to use in terms of gambling and stuff like that. It's a very easy way, especially online, to transfer funds. It's more practical than BTC. Again, guys, when we're talking about Bitcoin, Bitcoin is not a cryptocurrency that's meant to be a facilitator. You buy Bitcoin to store, in my opinion. So it's like, it just doesn't make sense to me. It's not like I buy gold to then go buy a toothbrush or to then even go buy a car. You buy gold to hold. Bitcoin is basically digital gold. That's what it's going to be in the future. We need something to facilitate cryptocurrency in sports, and to me, that is Atlas. The coin Atlas is the cryptocurrency of sports. And then you can take a look, just gambling alone, which I think this would have significant more volume than just gambling. This blockchain, this network, the volume of it in 2022, where it wasn't even legal in half the U.S. states online, over $80 billion. And Atlas really becomes the digital gold of the sports world. The one thing we want to do that you see with all these cryptocurrencies, I don't know if you guys have looked on CoinMarketCap, they're constantly adding any Joe Schmo can create an altcoin. It devalues cryptocurrency. When we're talking about when you go to Atlas, whatever that is, the network, the only coins that will be on there, you're not going to see a meme coin or anything like that. I'm not hating on meme coins. I just think it devalues it overall. We want to avoid oversaturation. So we will only be having coins, player coins and team coins that are approved. And you can also set it up, and some players have gotten into cryptocurrency, but you can also pay players in coins, in Atlas, in a team coin. If those do end up getting developed, you can see just some examples of possible coins. We would probably look to target younger players. Like, I'm not even sure if we could do a Jordan coin because the dude's retired. I mean, what's the point of investing into it? The idea is you invest into Luka coin, and Luka Doncic wins 2 MVPs. The coin is hopefully going up in value, but you can see college football teams, Kevin Durant, strict vetting process. Again, no Joe Schmo can create a coin on this blockchain. They're all created by us through Atlas. And again, it's all done very organized. I would want to have it to where Atlas gets launched and you could have a site to where you could trade Atlas with BTC, with Ethereum, and then once we start putting out the player coins, everything can be exchanged. You can exchange Atlas for another player coin. You can sell Atlas for USD. I would want it to set up like that. And these are just more examples of kind of younger prospects in the sports world in terms of players getting drafted. I guess there's Stephen Curry, Mahomes, things like that. You could really do a lot of different players, just examples of that. And it is like a real world example of a player coin and how the price action could play out. You see this kind of on a micro scale just on eBay with some of these players' rookie cards. It is fascinating to see people invest into rookie cards, and then those rookie cards either become worth more or the player becomes a bust and they become worth less. This is just the digital version of that. So we all know Will Levis, right? He's a very polarizing football prospect. He's probably going to be a top 10 pick. You've got Levis. That's the coin name. It's Will Levis. If you're investing into him, let's say we launch it right before he gets drafted. It launches at $1.50 per coin. If you like Will Levis, if you think he's going to be a superstar, you would buy this. A lot of people think he's going to be a bust. You're going to stay away from it. let's say he gets drafted 3rd overall. There's some hype around it on draft night, right? The coin goes to $4.25. He wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. That would be a huge thing for a rookie quarterback. The coin's price is $15. He wins the MVP maybe 2 or 3 years later. Now, as a franchise quarterback and an MVP winner, the coin is worth $55. And then he wins a Super Bowl MVP, kind of like Patrick Mahomes and his career trajectory. And again, these are all just hypothetical values, totally, just my guesses on a type of price action of that. And this is kind of the opposite, example of it. Will Levis being a bust, launching at $1.50. He gets drafted 3rd overall. There's still hype. Throws 15 interceptions his rookie season. It goes down a little bit. But at that point, it's his rookie year. There's still people that believe in him. He gets benched in his sophomore year. This is kind of like Zach Wilson and his career trajectory. It goes down to 75 cents per coin. He gets released by the team that drafted him, and the coin is trading at 15 cents, and then he signs with an XFL team. That might be an exaggeration, but you can see the coin being worth less than a cent. That's just like 2 different examples of possible price action of a player coin, and we do see stuff like that playing out on eBay. Of course, like I said, Atlas needs to be launched first. The overall use case is gambling. Atlas becomes the #1 coin to use. The overall volume in terms of gambling is just ridiculous. I would want it set up to where with the use of Atlas and with hopefully the NFL adopting Atlas as its official cryptocurrency, it makes things so much cleaner for gambling. If you're gambling, you're using Atlas, right? Or you're using, fiat currency. It's one of those two. That's what I want to make it. There's no reason to buy Bitcoin. If you're buying Bitcoin, you need to hold Bitcoin. Bitcoin is digital gold. Bitcoin is not something, you don't buy gold to then trade it in for a car. Nobody does that. You need a facilitator, and people could argue Ethereum is that, but I want an official sports cryptocurrency, and that's what Atlas would be. Invest into your favorite player or team. Now, there are some questions. Do some of these player coins or team coins, are they shit coins? I really think that people would be intrigued into, if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, buying some of their coin. I think it would be an intriguing type thing. I'm more so interested in Atlas because I think there's so many use cases for it. These player coins and these team coins are kind of secondary if it ends up working. You can see Bitcoin, digital gold, Ethereum, NFTs, and smaller transactions. Atlas is the official cryptocurrency of the sports world, which is what we're missing right now. And this is just kind of a comparison on how a possible, ecosystem could work. 1 Atlas equals 21.5 LeBron. 1 Atlas equals, 435. That's CJ Stroud coin. 1 Atlas, you get the picture there. And then other use cases, if the NFL and the MLB and they all adopt this as their cryptocurrency, you're talking about buying tickets, jersey, merchandise, all through Atlas being the official coin. And this is kind of just a final vision. Potentially Atlas's blockchain on June 4th, 2026. What do the top 10 coins look like in market cap? At number 1, you've got Atlas. At number 2, you've got the cryptocurrency, the team coin for the New York Yankees. Patrick Mahomes, Pat coin at number 3. Joe Burrow coin at number 4. Giannis at 5. Curry at 6, kind of just an interesting. Trevor Lawrence, if he has a really good career. The Boston Celtics team, the Cowboys team coin, and then Bryce Young, who we know is probably going to be a top 2 or 3 pick in the draft at number 10. So that is a far out vision for the future, but I do think this is something that needs to happen when it comes to sports and cryptocurrency. We need a connector. Right now it seems real choppy. Let's get an official cryptocurrency of sports. Nobody's talking about this. You'll never hear this anywhere. No one has said we need an official crypto of sports. This is what this can be, and that's what this project and this blockchain is all about. So guys, That's going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description. I'm, of course, the Depressed Ginger. Thank you for watching.